I had to go and have an epiphany. So anybody out there, y'all coming? Yep. I want to sage my room early because I do love my sage. And y'all need to start saging yourselves too. So y'all can make sure that y'all be at peace. Sage yourself like me. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just saging. I said for some reason, where's all my people at? Where's all my men at? You already have people laughing at me, telling me I only got 5 people coming in to view me and no people coming in and view me. I just am going up a crappy creep, ain't I? I don't have nobody coming to visit me. Like, where did they do this at? Or is everybody telling me what is going on here? I'm reading a message here. I guess I'll just start off. I guess since I don't have anybody aboard with me, maybe I'll just start off by reading some of these messages. That's probably what I'll do today. I'll probably listen in and maybe read some of these messages because I don't know. Let's see here. I'm trying to pull it up in more than one place. Oh, here we go. I can see myself live again, y'all. I can see myself live again. I can see myself live again. So let me see what I see on myself where I'm live again. I'm live again. Hey to anybody that's out there in my parking lot. Thank y'all for watching. If you're sitting in my parking lot, what do I call y'all? All my parking lot pimps. Because if you get ready to park, why don't you come on the inside, tell your queen hello, and I'll tell you hello back. But just in case y'all decide out there in the parking lot that y'all don't want to come in here in my house, land and tell me hi, I'm going to still tell all my parking lot pimps, hello, y'all. Hey, that Juggy Boy. So Juggy Boy just rolled in. Juggy Boy came in with the heart. Yes, he did. Juggy Boy came in with my crowns, another heart, some more crowns, some more hearts, some more. Damn, Juggy Boy came in and just heart crowned me. And then he said, hey there, Juggy Boy, how you doing today? Thank you so much for flying in, Juggy Boy. Hey, Juggy Boy, how was your day today? How in the world was your day today? And you know what I want to talk about, Juggy Boy? I was going to do a video, and for some reason, I couldn't get this video down pack, and I don't know why. And I said I need to do this video. So you know what I think I might do today? I might just decide to do this video. I might just decide to do this video right now, like why I got all my people on the line. You know why? Because this is a topic that I actually seen just yesterday from 400 Circle Media, and it's talking about why do black women hate black men. I don't know if I believe black women hate black men. I don't think that's what it's about. And I don't know if I feel like talking about it right now because that could be such a lengthy conversation, or should I just talk about that conversation or talk about that topic on my own video? I haven't decided yet. It depends on who decide to fly in. It depends on who land, and it depends on who I get to call me. Because if anybody called me today, it's a question that I want to ask. It's one question I want to ask if anybody called me. And I wonder, did I put, yep, I put the phone number there. So you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to take the phone number right here too. And I'm going to put the phone number here in the chat. And then I need to make sure I speak. Wait a minute. Y'all know I like to do this. I'm learning to like to do this while I got y'all on the line. So y'all can see if I know how to really type or not. Y'all know y'all gonna think I don't know how to type because I really don't. So I want to send this off. You know what else? I want to put this right here. If you out there in my parking lot, hello to you. If you sitting here on my panel, hello to you too. I'm welcoming everybody aboard to the Queen's Lounge, where I like to lounge and just, I don't know, I just like to relax and chill out with my men. So this is to my chat, and I'm going to be the first one to start sending hearts up through the chat, because this chat belonged to me and y'all. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to do this. Boom. If you want to call me, you can call me. If there's a man out there that have something that they want to talk about, something that's in your mind right now, something that you want to get off your chest, hey, something that you want to say to the queen, or if it's something that you want to ask the queen, y'all better know the phone number is right there. You can always reach me at 561-599-8367. So if you're out there in my parking lot and it's something that you want to say, or is there's a question you want to ask, or you want to ask my opinion or advice about something, just know we on live. And if you call, I'm going to be here. In the meantime, thank you so much again for joining my chat. If you are out there watching, I'm waiting to see which one of my men come in today. Or I don't know if I just want to start doing a video while I just sit, and because somebody going to fly in regardless. That's just how it go. And somebody kept saying, well, you know what? I have like a couple people, a lot of girls come in and they say, oh, you only have 5 people watching you. And I'm saying to myself, okay, so I might have only 5 people watching me, but here's the dramatics to me having 5 people watching me. Out of those 5 people watching me, how many of those 5 people at least took something away when they walked away? I don't care if you went away, oh, she's a nappy-headed girl. You still remember me. You remember, oh, I like the earrings she had on. You still remember me. So you know what? Even if it's only 5 people that view, it's somebody that got something out of that. So that's what it's all about. You know what that mean? And then you got some people that come with people in their chats and stuff like that. And I hear that a lot of people say people can buy viewers or something, or they could buy chatters, something like that they could buy, you know. And I just chose to grow my channel organically. That's Kool-Aid. How about that? So I'm wondering if there's anybody out there that's honestly actually going through something, and don't feel embarrassed. If you have to call. You know what? I don't know. It's something about this name. Is that Lean Otefa? The reason why I like that Lean, because instead of it coming with the Q, it came with an L. So I would imagine I'm spelling it right, Lean, because it's like Queen. And you know what, Lean said, will you be my Valentine? You know what, Lean? If you ask me. Thank you so much, Lean. I definitely appreciate you coming in and telling me you would like for me to be your Valentine. If you ask me. And then Lean said, hello, Lean. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate you, Lean. I appreciate everything and all about you. I appreciate you stepping in and even bringing up Valentine's Day to me. You know what? I can't even say I was sad. I don't know what I was, but I went online a few minutes ago and I did a live. And I don't know, for some reason, I just wasn't feeling the live in that moment. So I just got off the live and said bye. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to do my live later. And I said, no, I'm going to do my live when I want to do my live, because you never know. I might be going live right now, and that right person, or that person that need to just even look at me, or that person that need to hear a conversation from somebody, I can go on the live and one person will see me. That's all it's about for me. It's not about the whole world. I mean, it'll be about the whole world at some point or another. But anyway, thank you so much, Lean. I definitely appreciate you. And you know, Lean, if you still down there in the chat, let me know if I pronounced your name right. And also, Lean, let me know if others pronounce your name wrong. Lean said, go girl. Why did you say go girl? What do you mean by that, Lean? Why did you say go girl? Tell me, Lean. I'm interested. I don't know why. For some reason, I'm interested in Lean. Lean said, go girl. And I'm wondering why she said that. But in the meantime, the mentor said like, share, and subscribe. And you better know it. If you don't do anything else, just hit the like button. I mean, come on. Listen, even though it might be 5 in here, you got people on the outside of my parking lot looking in at me. Come on, all my parking lot pimps. You know, and I wonder how many of my parking lot pimps out there have already seen me and decided, you know what, let me go back to this girl. And you decided to come on back to this girl. So you know what? Just hit the thumbs up. Whoop. And thank you, Lee, for again saying go girl. I'm trying to find out why Lee said that. So let me look down in the chat because she said that. Anyway, Lee said you did. He said, thank you. I get called Queen Latifah all the time. That's right. I said because you are courageous. Oh my God, why do you feel like I'm courageous? Lee, you should call me. Why do you feel like I'm courageous? And you know what, Lee, here's the thing about it. You notice I didn't say anything to you yet, but if I'm not mistaken, I think you're a woman, right, Lean? You're a woman? And it's okay if you are, because what I appreciate about you, even if you are a woman and you stepped in, I appreciate the fact that you decided to step in and land and just talk back. And that's what we need to do as women. Just learn how to communicate. It's not what you actually would think it is. So thank you so much, Lean. And I'm glad that I pronounced it right. And then how would they get Latifah? And that's a Q. But imagine they box my name up all the time, Lean. I'm like, why can't you all just get it right? If you take the L away, you come up with a Q. Lee said, I said, go girl, because I'm glad you decided to stream. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. You know what, Lee? I definitely appreciate that from you. I definitely appreciate that. Do you think that you said, I said, go girl, because I'm glad you decided to stream. I'm wondering why you said that. Like, what is it, Lean? I'm just curious to know, what is it? Because you said you're glad that I decided to stream. What is it that I'm doing different? Because I think the other channels, don't they stream too, right? I don't know what they do because I barely know what I'm damn doing. So all I know what to do, Lean, is just be me. I don't really know the ins and the outs to anything. I just know how to come on and just be me. And I definitely appreciate you saying that, me coming on and I'm courageous. I definitely appreciate you saying that. And not only do I appreciate you saying that, I think in a lot of ways, I honestly think I needed to hear you say that. So thank you so much, Lean. I definitely appreciate you saying that. And I am curious to know why did you say that you glad I was streaming? Because I think everybody else get to stream. Thank you, Lean. Thank you, Lean. And you know what? Make sure you subscribe, Lean. Make sure you subscribe, because I think, I don't know. I like Lean. I definitely do. And thank you, Lee, so much for dropping in. Thank you for flying. Thank you for stopping. Thank you for landing. And thank you for being courageous, just coming on in and not being, you know how we can get as women sometimes, how we, instead of putting a woman up, we kind of break them down a little bit just because we have our own issues. Thank you so much for just coming in and saying, listen, I'm going to just let her know yes. And thank you for the thank you. And I thank you for the thank you as well. Just like that. Lean say she subbed and she like, and I definitely appreciate you for that, Lean. And again, if there's anybody out there in my parking lot and you out there sitting in, you know that's where all the parking lot pimps are at. So if you through pimping, then come on in, sit in, land, and let's have a conversation. All you got to do is come in and say, hey, Queen, and then say what's on your mind. If you feel like you got something else that you want to say, and or you got a topic or you got a thought on your mind, again, if you look up there in the chat, you'll see that I got a phone number. And you're more than welcome to call. And I'm telling y'all, y'all better start taking advantage, because once my calls start, I have men in my chat that get mad because I don't respond to their comment quick enough. And it's going to be the same way with this phone. They're going to call in because they already started calling in. And I said to myself, I say, I'm probably going to have to limit my phone calls to 2 phone calls a live. And then you're going to have to schedule me. You're going to have to schedule to talk to me, because listen, I try to tell people men do talk more than women. When I get on the phone with these men, I just be quiet. The reason why I be quiet is because they become the new chatterbox. And men not going to admit it, but I'm going to show you. You'll be able to see men are more of a chatterbox. And men, you know I love y'all. At the end of the day, you know good and well I love all my men just like that. But y'all already know. Watch go back and watch my past phone calls. If you watch my past phone calls, I say hello. I say this to Queen. And the men take a breath. They say, hey, Queen. I say, hey. I say, who am I speaking with? They let me know who they're talking to. And when I tell you they take a deep breath and take off, I say, damn, they took off and didn't even give me no warning. They just took the hell off like this. And I'm looking like, they gone? And then by the time they make it back to me, I be done left the scene looking for where they at, because they don't want to talking so much. I'm like, oh, my goodness. I say, man, these men right here is something else. My goodness. And Lean bumped in and she said hello again. Hey there, Lean. I know you want to speak, Lean. You want to talk? If you want to talk, girl, call me on the phone. Let's have some girl talk in front of these men. Because trust me, they watching. They watching. So don't let the count on the outside fool you, Lean. That's what people not paying attention to. See, there's multiple counts. Okay. So give me a call, Lean, if you want to, girl, because you know I'm not really doing anything right now. But I am going to stay on live. I don't care who watching. I'm going to stay on live, because the way my mind go, I might sit here and I might talk to myself for 1 second or 2. And then I might not talk to my damn self for a second or 2. But I'm going to tell y'all this. Insatiable just flew in. Boom. And he landed. And guess what Insatiable said? Yeah, I had to turn that camera so y'all could see me read this. I'm going to go ahead on and read it with I'm going to just read it with this. Insatiable flew in. Yes, he did, Lord. He flew right on in. He got a jet. And when Insatiable flew in, he said, phew. He said, land. And when Insatiable landed, he did this right here. And I mean, all of this is what he did. He gave me 1 red heart. I mean, solid. Do you see me joking? He gave me a wine glass. Kool-Aid. He gave me some heels. And when I tell you he gave me a pair of heels, I'm going to give you the heels he gave me. He gave me heels. And then after he gave me those heels, you better know it. He gave me a butterfly. He gave me 2 white hearts. Yes, he did. Yes, he did that. He gave me 1 white heart. He did that, and you better look in the comments and you'll see it for yourself. He gave me 2 white birds, 2 white candles, and he gave me the praying hands just like this. And then he said, God bless, beautiful queen. Happy Valentine's Day. And I said to him, thank you so much, Insatiable. I definitely appreciate that from you. I definitely appreciate all the color coding. I appreciate how you just got that ambiance and just made it so, I just wanted to say, oh my goodness, I even like the way you intertwine those colors. And thank you also, because you always give me my brown butterfly. And you better believe it. I put it in today. I say, and it's the same color that Insatiable always sent to me every single day. That's what Insatiable sent to me. So thank you so much, Insatiable, for the happy Valentine's Day. And guess what, big boy? Happy Valentine's Day to you too. And you better believe it. Happy Valentine's Day, Insatiable. That's why I just love when my men be so sweet to me. When they be so sweet and they be like that on you, it'd be like, ooh. And can you do me a favor, Insatiable? Would you please let her name is Lean, and some people like to mess Lean up, but would you please make sure you speak to Lean? Lean flew in today and she decided to keep me company, and I welcomed her in as my guest if she's still here. And I hope that she would take that honor of me welcoming her in. And my men, when they come in, you could better believe it, they'll welcome you in as well. Insatiable said, I noticed your butterfly. Thank you so much, Insatiable. I noticed your butterfly too. Insatiable say he noticed my butterfly, damn it. And I told y'all notice his too. What's wrong with that? I mean, if you look at the screen, he got a butterfly on the screen and I got a butterfly. And then matter of fact, Insatiable, look. You see that, Insatiable? I just thought about those butterflies. Okay, just like that. Insatiable say, good morning, God bless, Lean. That's right, Lean. I don't know, Lean might have exited the building, but then again, she might, oh, there she goes. She say, I'm here. That's right, Lean. You better know it. And you see, Insatiable told you hello. He said, good morning, Lean. Yes, Insatiable. You see those earrings, and I really just thought about that. I had on a pair of earrings today that are butterflies. Lean said, you are so beautiful in and out. You know what, Lean? Thank you so much, Lean. I definitely appreciate that from you. And what I definitely appreciate most from you, Lean, you color-coded those hearts just now. And I like stuff like that. I like the way you got the light heart, and then it goes into a tap darker, and then it goes into a darker pink. I like that because if you notice, if you continue to come, I like different colors, because that's what attract my attention. Like the way I dress and things like that, that it's like different, you know, like you seen today. Yes, and then look at the pants. The pants are a pair of jeans, and actually it got like a ribbon along the line, and then you just got it here. Yes, I got to pull my pants up because y'all know I got a badonkadonk back there, so don't act like that. And then you got my pants, and I wish I could show you. Nope, you can't even see it. I'm trying to show you these pants on the side. Look. See? I like that. With the boots. I like that. And so to be honest with you, those colors, the different colors, I'm a Capricorn. So those different colors, when I see my different emojis and things, people would think I'm being funny, but I actually love looking at my emojis. And the way you color coded that pink, I like pink and the fuchsia, and because I don't like them by themselves. Like all pink, I'm not a pink girl. But you got to mix it in. And then once you mix that pink in just a little bit, throw like a splash of green or a splash of brown and just like gloss it a little bit. I honestly look at things like that. I honestly like stuff like that. And I know people come to my channel and they say, what is this goofy, tall, 6'2" woman talking about? Well, she's talking about herself. She's talking about herself, about what she like. And then she go and she talked to her men, and she got to find out what they like. I got to prowl out of my men what they like. But they getting better and better, like letting me know, you know, how they feeling, because they know I'm going to figure it out one way or the other. Right, Insatiable? Because it really don't matter how they try to come to me. Because they could come to me any way they want to come to me. Because at the end of the day, if they send me a message and that message don't look right, sound right, or been read right, I'm gonna have to get to the bottom of what's going on over here. And they know the men, if all my men was here, they'll tell you I'm good at figuring them out. And you better believe it. So again, thank you so much, Lean. I definitely appreciate you giving me those hearts, and they so color-coded because you didn't give me just some solid pink. You kind of meshed it. And then I like the way when you got that second heart, I like the way you got the shadow outline on it. I like that as well, because it gave it like that 3D type of look. And then you brought it back in with the other heart. I know you say, what is this lady talking about? Girl, you better replay the tape. Anyway, Lee said, good morning, Insatiable. And then Insatiable said, right. Insatiable, no, I'll get to the bottom of things. So anyway, life is like a fish, and then the fish eat food. And life is like a fish, and then the fish eat food. And I was about to ask a question. Then I said, you know what? I'm not going to ask this question. I honestly was about to say, but I ain't going to get in there because that's a whole nother topic. And y'all always say I'll be bringing up stuff and then I get long-winded about certain things and stuff like that. I don't get long-winded about things. It don't happen like that. It don't work like that. It don't bees like that. I don't feel like I'm a chatterbox. I don't feel like I'm a chatterbox. I feel like I just be talking. Can't you make some of that make sense? It really makes more sense than you think it makes. And I'm not being funny. It makes a lot of sense because I'm telling you it makes sense. I don't really talk a lot, but I could talk a lot like right now. And if the crew was here, you will see how they talk. And then because they want to get their point across, they calls on the phone. I'm telling you. See, it's early for a lot of them. They don't know I was going to drop a live this early. Oh, she ain't going to drop her live till 1:30 or 2 o'clock. Oh, she's not going to drop a live until 7:30 at night, sometimes close to 8. So you got to trick them. You see how I tricked them? I tricked them all. And you know what? I tricked them all because it's good that I could get other people that comes in and then make sure I get to know my new person that come in, because I don't know what it is that's leaning me back to lean. Lean, I'm not being funny. I don't know what it is that lead me back to you, Lean. And you know what, Lean, I want to ask you. Can I ask you a question, Lean? How did you find me? That's pretty interesting to me. If you're still down there in the chat, Lean, I want you to tell me how you found me. And again, for anybody out there in my parking lot, you know, all my old parking lot pimps, thank you so much for flying in. Thank you so much for landing. And thank you so much for saying, you know what, let me watch this clown. Because honestly, y'all call me a clown, but honestly, I probably am a clown. I'm not really a clown. No, I don't believe any of that. Nah, I don't believe any of that. At the end of the day, y'all just tuning in to watch me because y'all just like, okay, what is this lady really talking about? Like, what? Like, what is it that she's talking about? I'm talking about life. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about things. I'm talking about stuffs. And yes, sometimes I just be talking. Why do I just be talking? Because I can't just be talk. Anyway, hey to everybody out there in my parking lot. You already know I'm going to call y'all those parking lot pimps. Hey, that's everybody because you pulled up here out there in my parking lot like you had to drive through movie theater. But I appreciate you for coming anyway. There's only 2 rules to this thing. 1, make sure you enjoy yourself. If you don't enjoy yourself, fly in, leave me a comment, and then either wait for me to respond to you or bounce out, and I'm going to still respond. You better believe I'm going to respond to you during the live. Anyway, and number 2, when you leave my premises, can you take all your junk in the parking lot with you? Don't leave no trash. Don't leave no litter. Don't leave your boyfriends. And please don't leave your girlfriends here. Take all of it and go. You know why? Because it's a sensible live lounge time. And I hate to leave out of my job, go in the parking lot at the building I own, and then I got to pick up other people's trash that ain't had nothing to do with me. Like, no, take all your stuff with you. Don't leave none of your gossip around. Don't leave your gossip behind. Don't leave your trash behind. Don't leave your girlfriends behind. Don't leave your boyfriends behind. Don't leave a letter behind and trying to make like this one over here really left it because you wanted me to see it. No, don't leave none of that behind. Okay? But thank y'all so much for watching. Let me get back to whatever it is that's on my mind because it ain't no good. First of all, it ain't no good music on. Second of all, it does set on my heart today, and I don't want it to sit on my heart, but it did sit on my heart when one of the girls flew in. She was like, oh, one person said I got only 3 people watching me. About 3 people said I only got 5 people watching me. So, you know, I got a lot on my mind right now. I got a lot on my mind. That kind of bothered me a little bit, and I'm saying to myself, you know what, Queen, you cannot let that stuff bother you. You got to know how to get past stuff like that. Well, I'll write this number down. 355 5. Anyway, back to the point. So like I was saying was I have to let stuff like that not bother me. And I almost let that bother me. And then I had a phone call, and that phone, I promise you that phone call bothered me because I'm like, why did this person call me? Especially when you know you don't want to be bothered with a person. You know you don't want to this. Why don't you just not bother people? You get what I'm saying? Do you ever have y'all ever had have you ever had somebody in your life, and I know it's men, and I know Lean, you're here too if you're still there. Have you ever had somebody in your life that you try to respect, and you've been respecting them for a long time, and you think they know you've been respecting them, and they kind of start taking advantage of them of you because they know you trying to respect them and not like argue or anything, but you on the other hand is getting to a point, or you got to a point where it's like, no, I got to put my foot down with this person, and I really don't want to dislike this person. I want them to kind of like get it right, but you know they're not going to get it right unless you put your foot down and just walk away. Have y'all ever felt like that? And you don't be wanting to get to that last person in your life that you got to let go. That's what it boiled down for me. It's like you don't want to get rid of the last person in your life, but you like, man, it seemed like I really had to get rid of everybody in my damn past in order to get some freedom. And you think that you can still hold on to certain people. No, when all they do is bring you any kind of heartache, and they bring you any kind of pain, they always got to bring their negative, dirty energy around you and stuff like that. You don't know if you be going and coming around them. Guess what? Sometimes you got to tell the Lord or ask him, man, move them on. If they not for me, and I done saged their ass 13 times and we still ain't clicking, it's time for you to get your ticket and leave. I don't know. That's how I felt. And this was not even a friend, but this somebody I know. And I'm like, it's still the same old damn same old. Like, why don't I don't know. Anyway, can't get it right, just flew in. Can't get it right, can't get it right, can't get it right. He flew in and said, Queen. And you know he gonna fly in, and you know he gonna give me all my fruit. And you know he gonna give me my hearts. You know he gonna give me my diamonds. And you know he gonna give me my 100s. And he gave me 2 of them just like that. Yes, he did. And you know what? Thank you so much. Can't get it right. I definitely appreciate you flying in. And he said, just came to show support. Enjoy your day. Got a lot to do today. I'll catch you on the next live. Just like that. And you know what? Can't get it right. I definitely appreciate you flying in, letting us know you was just showing your face. And then you had to bounce it on out. But he let us know he was showing his face. I definitely appreciate you for that. And that's all I ask you to do. Just bounce in, bounce on out, and we can keep bouncing on around. Because that's what I'm going to do. I wonder why nobody have called me yet. My phone have not even rung at all. I wonder why not. That's so weird. It's not really that weird. I mean, like I'm somebody big time. I am, but I don't know. So I'm just sitting here. Because I really, honestly, I didn't have to come back live again. I just really came back live. I don't know. Something just told me, no, just go back live. And I really, because I had the other one that I shut down. And then something just told me to just go back live. And that's what I did. And I said, whoever show up, that's who show up. And because I could have waited till later. Nope. Some told me don't do that. Some told me just go live. And that's what I did. There's nothing but my sage. I don't know. Sometimes when you feel like it's negative energy trying to attack you, or it feels like negativity is trying to like take over when you know that you're in a positive space, I just learned to like just sage my area. Because if I've already saged my house and I don't feel that, but you start feeling it on the inside, you know, that's just other parts of you trying to take over, especially when you're in a good space. Because what I'm trying to say is some people may feel like it be other people around them that be having problems and stuff. Sometimes you got to look a little deeper than that, because if you're home by yourself and you know you have not socialized with friends and family for a month or something like that, but you still feeling that way and nobody is really around. You got to really start looking within yourself to see what is in you that's trying to make you just always think kind of negatively, because those things may not be going on. And sometimes you got to find a way to clear your mind and let things go of the past that you can't control. You got to even sometimes let things go of the present that you can't control. It's just some things you can't control. And I'm sure y'all saying, what's she talking about? I don't know. I just decided to say that. It's a topic to talk about. That's honestly what my channel is about. It's just about honesty. And maybe today is the day for me to just sit here and just talk out loud about different things. I don't know. Because it is going to be somebody to fly in that may feel like, okay, what she just said, I appreciate hearing it. So whatever my mind say to do is whatever my damn mind said to do. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Whatever my mind say, girl, no girl. And I'm going to let it say no girl then. But for now, it's going to say, okay, girl. So if I decide to talk, I will. If I decide not to talk, I won't. I don't know. Joe just flew in. I don't know what that means. I don't know what HMPH. I'm so glad I don't know about stuff what that means. And then he said no. So whatever that means, thank you. Thank you, Moho. I don't know what that means, but okay. And thank you for flying in. Thank you for leaving any kind of message. Thank you for leaving me something that's entertaining. Maybe I'll think in my mind what that actually means, because for now, it sounds like a simp to me. Anyway, and I definitely thank Can't Get It Right for coming in. Can't Get It Right came in. He gave me a pineapple. He gave me a strawberry, cherries, peach. He gave me a pear, watermelon. And I always ask what that is. And I think he might have told me that was kiwi. I got to think about it again. And so grapes, orange, apples, green, and red. You know what? I don't know why I don't like green apples. But I like everything else green, but I do not like to eat a green apple. Maybe because a green apple is so bitter. I just don't like green apples. Isn't that weird? And guess what? I'm wondering what the hell going on here for real? Where's all my trollers? I don't even have trolls here today. I got to find out what's going on. Because I normally get me about 3 trolls in by now. I haven't even gotten those in yet. And you know what? For me, that's the embarrassing part about it. That's so embarrassing to me, because I just feel like if you're going to come and you troll somebody's page, I feel like you should make it worth the troll. Whatever that, make it worthwhile. Make it worth the troll. Like, what's the troll when you can't even come in and make it live? Like, if you want to change my mind and make me talk about stuff like, like talk about some fashion or something. I should have talked about doing a massage or something like that. Anyway, you know what? I want to, you know what? Hey, Moho, can I ask you a question? Why don't you like black women? What is wrong with black women? And I'm gonna put this here and I'm gonna ask that question. So if you fly in, I want someone to answer me that. Why do men I'm gonna say, why do men love women? I want to know, is anybody scared to answer that question? So I put that in. I want to know, I honestly want to know, why do men love women? I want to know that. I'm gonna take all of this out. And I want someone, you can call me if you want to. And you can put it in the message, but you more so should call me because I want somebody to tell me out loud because I could ask something so negative and we're gonna get an answer and a response from something negative. But I would like to know, why do men love women? Thank you so much for the hearts. I definitely appreciate it. I'll be right down there to you because I see you. I'll be right down there, right there, and I'm right here to you. Anyway, hey, Larry. How you doing, Larry? Good morning, Larry. Larry flew in. I haven't seen him in a while, but Larry said, good morning, my queen. And I said, good morning. I know you were here, I think over the weekend, last Sunday or something. I still read your messages, Larry, and thank you so much, and I appreciate that from you. But Larry flew in just now. He said, good morning, my queen. So he gave me all the kisses he could give, all the hearts he could give, some lips, some black, red, and some gray hearts. And he said, happy Valentine's Day. Back to work I go. So thank you so much, Larry, for flying in just to say happy Valentine's Day and spewing some of them good hearts up there. Thank you again. But I definitely want to know, and actually in here, and you know what I'm going to do now? So I'm going to leave a message here. So anybody that fly in, I wants to know this. Why do men love women? Yes, I did do that. And there's a question. And then I'm going to say hotline. And I'm going to give you the number. Because I would like to know that. And that's if anybody wants to even answer the question. But I'm not going to be typing all day. I'm going to ask the question. And I expect for someone to answer me. I don't care if it's just one answer. And, oh, and then I need to leave my signature here so you will know. Yes, this was from the queen. This was from the queen. One. Okay. 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 Now I just changed the question. So I just asked the question, why do men love women? I think men love women for a lot of different reasons. But I wonder if, I don't know. I'm trying to think about that because I could give so many reasons, but it's not for me to give that reason. It's for men to give that reason. Why do men love women? I wonder if there's men out there. Yeah, there's a lot of men out there that would really honestly say why they love women. I don't even know if I like that question. I'm trying to figure out what question. I know what I want to know too. What is the longest relationship you were in? I like that question too. What is the longest relationship you were in? Because that question right there, now that question is a bittersweet question in so many different ways. And I think I want to ask that question. That's the question I want to ask. I want to know, what's the longest relationship that you were in as a man? Hey, Lean, are you still here? I wonder if Lean is still here. I mean, the longest relationship I was in is with my husband, and that's like 31 years. So that's the longest. I would actually say 30 years because I separated like 2 years ago. I think I like that question. So I'm going to change that. This is what I want to know. I want to know, how long is the, no, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna just say, just to simplify it, what is the longest relationship you've been in? That's what I want to know. There we go. Now that changes the game. So I want to know, honestly, I want to know, what's the longest relationship that you've been in? And the reason why I'm asking for the longest relationship that a person been in, because honestly, whether y'all want to believe it or not, finding out how long you've been in a relationship, or even how many women that you've been in a relationship with that might have been like more along the line of like a serious relationship, how long has it been? And how many women has that been with? Because whether people start believing it or not, that'll play a pivotal role with the type of person that you're dealing with as well. And people don't understand that. And I can give you an example of that. Kool-Aid. I could give you an example of that. I can give you an example of a person in a relationship. And thank you so much for all my parking lot pimps, anybody that's flown in and listened to any part, any segment, any thoughts, any comments, but just didn't want to say it or give it. I still thank you so much for flying in and listening to me. Anyway, my question of the day is to my men, and you're not going to get past me because this is what I'm going to do. My question of the day, and if you like that like button, I'm going to like you too. Like that like button. Also subscribe if you can. If you will, hit that bell notification, and then you'll get to see when I go live, because guess what? I go live when I want to go live. Anyway, I want to know, what's the longest relationship that you've been in? And the reason why I'm asking that is because I know a relationship with a certain man. And this man have been with quite a few of women that I know. And they were pretty decent women that I know. And with those pretty decent women that I know, this particular man, the women kind of know each other too. And I couldn't understand. I'm like, at first, I'm like, dog, I'm like, this man, like, he's a single father. And him being a single father, it was kind of weird that as a single father, he honestly couldn't keep a woman. And I'm like, why is it that this single father, like, can't keep a woman? It was so weird to me. And then I'm wondering, is it because what he don't want the women around his kids? But how is it that you don't want the women around your kid, but you keep bringing different women around? And all those different women are working out. I'm like, what is it? What kind of problem really going on here? Is all these women having these type of problems? No, all the women weren't having them type of problems. And then I turned around and I found out, like maybe about 2 years ago, this same man finally got married. And I said to myself, when I heard through the air that he had gotten married, it didn't sit well with me. I'm like, I'm like, what woman, especially around here, dare? No one dare. There's no way I could see someone would dare that. especially given the fact that this man been with different women. And these not bad women that he's been with, and I could never understand what is it, why is it, why can't this man get along with anybody? Well, the reason why this man can't get along with anybody, and then I found out he was married. I said, no, this man ain't ready. This man ain't ready because this man honestly is a problem. That's what I was thinking to myself. I'm like, nah, he can't find a woman, and I want to know why. And then now all of a sudden he married. Like, this woman must be from a different state, because who around here took his attention? It didn't sit well with me. So then what I ended up doing, I ended up going to one of the corner stores. You can see the video with brownie cakes. I ended up going to one of the corner stores, and I ran into the man in the corner store. And I'm saying to myself, my googly goggly, I said, what is this man up to? So he walks up to me, says he want to talk to me, pulls me to the side. I talk to him. He already had my phone number. And what he decided to say to me was he wanted to do some sort of deal with me where he get to be with me, but he's still married. And I'm looking, first of all, not only am I disgusted, but I'm actually disgusted on my stomach by even hearing this. I'm saying, you've been through about 3 or 4 of my friends, and you know I know these women good. So how is it that you've been through these men, these women, and they're good women? I mean, one of them was a little rough around the edges, but that's who he chose. The problem with it is, I couldn't understand how he got married to somebody else, and you know I could see your pattern in history, and then you're going to come and try to have me to fit in the clan of all the women I already know you've been with. And I'm saying to myself, no, it ain't the women, it's this man. Why? Because he still ain't ready. And when I look at the average time, to get to the point, the average time that this particular man was with the women, it wasn't no longer than Pat joined the army and got discharged. There's no way. And I'm saying to myself, what in the hell is going on up in him? I mean, this man, he messed around and bumped his damn head. I say this man done lost his mind. And he came to me asking for what? Because of who? I don't give a damn how many cars this man wash. He could wash all the cars in Africa. That'll be a no. Anyway, anybody want to call in and tell me how many women? Why do men love women? Or do anybody want to call in and tell me what is the longest relationship you were in? And then we got Oscar that flew in. Hey, Oscar. Oscar flew in and say hello. Hey, Oscar. I definitely appreciate Oscar flying in. Oscar probably flew in to get a little bit of clout to say, hey, and then Oscar said, bye. So Oscar flew in, hey, flew out, bye. Thank you, Oscar. We appreciate you flying in and then flowing on out. Thank you, Oscar. I definitely appreciate Oscar doing that. Anyway, about that long thing, and here's the thing about it. See, there's always a flip side to things. You can also figure a person out by asking them, how long have they been in a relationship? And they tell you they've been in a relationship for 30 years. That is what I want to hear. I want to hear the people who's been in a relationship for 30 years, because I want to know, out of all of those people that have been in a relationship for 30 years, you know what I want to know? I want to know, how did things work out? How did you manage to do it? How did you stay in a relationship for 30 years and just made it work? I really want to know. I do. I really honestly want to know, how did you make that work? And not only do I want to know how did you make that work, I want to know when you're going to tell us the truth about it really wasn't working. Maybe I should ask that question. Tell me why your 15-year relationship didn't work and you still married? Maybe I'll change it to that. Since nobody wants to tell me, I'm asking these questions. I've asked like 3 questions now. I'm going to ask another question. And I need everybody, when you come into the chat, I need you to say, wait a minute. I need you to say hello, Queen. So when you fly into my chat, Oscar, next time, I appreciate that you're showing some sort of homage, but I actually next time want you to fly in like this. And what I want you to do, Oscar, I want you to say, hello, Queen. And then I'll speak back. Because you know, as I start tightening up on them rules, that's going to be one of my rules when you fly into my establishment and you sitting in my lounge and you know it's smelling good. You looking, you got some good ambiance. You see a sexy queen sitting there, and you know she a goddess, and you know she a queen, and you know she and you know she, that's right. You know all of that about her. I'm gonna start putting you on punishment when you fly in, and then you forget your homage towards her, because it doesn't work like that. You need to fly in and you need to say hello, Queen, and then allow me to allow you to get comfortable and completely just sit down and just throw your hands in the air. Hey there, hi, and then that's just the bland is hi. And you know what? Brownie Cake's got one of them toys. You know that toy where you clap it like this, and it got the different hands inside of there. So Brownie Cake's got that toy. I should find that toy and went there and go to clap in some of y'all when y'all come in and clap. You say, well, what is that about, Queen? Well, what it's about is you didn't speak when you brought your happy ass in here. Clap. That's what I think I'm gonna bring back. I think I'm gonna get the clapper. And you're going to get the clapper on your hiney when you come in and you forget to show homage to the queen. You forget to speak. You forget to do what you're supposed to do. Yes, I'm giving you that education. You know why? Because when I come in and I'm speaking to my men, y'all better know it. I come in and show y'all all kind of respect, and you better know it. Okay? And I don't care if I am in the chat by myself. I'm still here. And I ain't going nowhere. I know y'all say this lady always trying to dance. I am always trying to dance. And you know what? I'm sitting here wondering, why don't I have more likes than this? I should have way more likes than this. Like, why? What is it that y'all think past people did in order to build their channels? How many of the past people that do YouTube content creators, what do you think the percentage of them is that bought like subscribers and stuff? Or do you think all of them kind of did something like that here and there? I wonder. Because I heard that this world of YouTube and stuff is like a crazy world. Like, it's really a lot of stuff that go on in social media. But I'm so glad I really don't know about nothing that goes on social media. I haven't had anybody that really took me around the streets of social media. When I think about YouTube, I think about going inside a mall or something. Kool-Aid. And one thing about it, people on social media, especially if they're winning, the truth of the matter is, if they're winning, they honestly not going to help you, because they want to always stay winning. So it's channels that come to my live and they have their own channels. And it's a shame that, you know, and a lot of them have good, pretty decent content. I mean, because it's content out there for everyone. And you would think a channel that's already up and coming, or a channel that's already grown, you would think that that particular channel would kind of at least help one channel come up or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know what made me ramble in on that, but I did. Okay, I did. But it still don't take that question back, because I want to know. I honestly want to know, and I probably did do my live early, and I'm not changing it, and I'm not about to leave right now. But I will say this. I will say this. I truly want to know, and I'm gonna ask this in my live later on today, and this is gonna be my question. I want to know, what's the longest relationship you've been in? I really want to know, what's the longest relationship. Because knowing to me, knowing what the longest relationship is that you've been in, that gonna speak volumes to me as well. That gonna speak volumes to me, because that can tell you a lot about a person. That can tell you if a person probably, honestly, is hard to get along with. That could tell you if a person basically accept anything from anybody. That can tell you, man, honestly, the list can go on and on about something like that. How long a person been in a relationship, that can take you deeper in the waters than people ever know. And it'll pull out some parts of you that you will never honestly know that you even had within you. So for me to talk to, I guarantee you, if I talk to one person right now, if one person call me or one person respond to me, that is such a broad conversation to people. Don't believe that, because they think it's such a simple question. But honestly, it's not a simple question. No, I take that back. It's a simple question. Let me make sure I rephrase that. It is a simple question, but it ain't always the answer, yes or no. It's not always a true simple answer. That's what I'll say. Because if this world was mine, that's what that song say. That song said, if this world was mine, damn it, this is what I'll do. If this world was mine, I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll do the other one. Now, that's what the people said. That's not what I said. I'm telling you right now. Anyway, so I'm sitting here, I'm on my live, and I'm just randomly talking to myself, because there's really not anybody here, but somebody's going to definitely fly in, and they gonna want to ask me something, and I'm gonna say how. I'm trying to think of what all my questions are I want to ask y'all. Yep, I'm right here. Just like that. Anyway, what else did I have on my mind today? Because as y'all see, I did things a little bit differently. And you know what else I think I'm going to do right now that I have you on the phone? This is what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do too. See, I get so weird sometimes. It's this lady. She did, you know what? I keep going back to this video for some reason. And I probably should not go back to the video, because I do want to do a reaction on this video, because I feel like this is it's a condescending video on so many different levels. And I'm trying not to mention it, but I keep throwing it up in there and throwing it at people. And I'm like, no, I don't want to really throw it at nobody. No joke. Anyway, what I got going on here? I'm trying to see what I want to tell y'all next. Y'all heard me say what I'm going to do. I'm just going to come here, right? Okay, let me see. That's that song by Beyonce. And believe it or not, I really don't even like that song. If I must tell the truth, I really don't like it. And you know what I want to tell you? If anybody is here, I want you to look at this. You see that? That, my friends, that are my Menelines. That are my Queenalines, because I know y'all watching too. That, my friends, is my barcode. So you should be, I need to sit it in a link somewhere in the description, because that's my barcode. If you're trying to show somebody me or something, all they got to do is scan that barcode. I actually created it on my own. I don't know if it's all good. I don't know if it's all right. All I know is it's a barcode. And when I clicked on it, it took you to the Queen's channel. So y'all better cross y'all fingers. Y'all better cross y'all fingers, because if I don't get it, if I can't get it right, y'all want me to shut the channel down? I'll even allow a troll to ask me, should I shut down? If a troll, do y'all think I should shut my channels down, troll? Because a troll gonna tell you the truth. They don't want you to succeed. Okay. Anywho, let me get back to my regularly scheduled program. Anyway, you know what? Because okay, we got somebody else here. My goodness, is that Michael? Michael McCall or Michelle? I'm Michelle. I want to get that right because he's from Portland. He said hi from Portland. Hey there. Is that McCall, Michelle or McCall? Sosnowski. Hey, Mr. Masnowski. Sanowski. How you doing? Thank you so much for flying in. Thank you so much for landing. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. And when you give me the thumbs up, Mr. Sanowski, can you make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe? And you know what? Thank you for flying in from Portland. Is it cold over there in Portland? Like, how is it in Portland? What's the weather like over there? Portland might be another country I might want to go and visit. You know what I mean? I want to be close to the airport, but I want to go to the Portland. I want to see what's going on in Portland. I want to see what they do over, what does they got going on over in Portland. Portland would be a country I would like to go visit. I know someone that told me that he pretty much was to pretty much every country that you could think of. I don't know if I want to be to pretty much every country you could think of, but you know, I wouldn't mind being in some other countries just to see how things are over there. Even if I go over there and just get a couple pictures. I'll go over there just to get a couple pictures. And I'll go over there just to get a couple videos. And I'll go over there just to see if I can meet at least 3 men. And I'll go over there just so I can see what the fashion is. And then I will go over there because honestly, I would want to see whether or not they do like scallops. I'm not kidding. I would want to see how they really make a salad. I know that's so lame, but that's what I would want to see. I really would want to see that. Yeah. Because I'm sure they drive on the opposite side of the road, right? I need to learn how to do that maybe one day in life. I don't know. Anywho. But thank you so much, Mr. Sanowski from Portland. From Poland. I apologize. I'm sorry. From Poland. Thank you so much for flying in, and thank you so much for letting us know where you were from. But next time you fly in, Mr. Sanowski, make sure you fly in and speak to the Queen first. I promise you, it's definitely gonna be appreciated. Just make sure you speak first before you fly on out, and hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Let me know you love me like you say you love me. And then when you get ready, make sure you become a member. Anybody out there in my parking lot, I'm gonna let you know again. I appreciate you flying in, landing, and then acting like you at a movie theater. You're not. I'm not an actress. I'm just me. But thank you so much for watching me. Mwah! And I appreciate you for that too. Even though you didn't fly in. One day you would decide to fly in and land. I guess today was one of those days where I just had to just fly in and just talk. Because as you can see, I don't have none of my men here. I don't have absolutely nobody here with me. I don't have nobody here with me, but I got me here. And as long as I'm here, that's all that matters. Because I'm not going anywhere right now. And it might give me a chance to honestly, because you know what I honestly want to know? I honestly need to work on, and maybe honestly, somebody that can come in, maybe somebody would come in and you know what you would say to me? You will come in and you will tell me, how do I get my chat on my live screen? How do I get my chat back to where I could see the time? I wonder if there's anybody listening. I'm going to start this poll. And I'm not joking, do men really love women? Okay. Okay. Now, I don't know. Let me see. Did I do it? I didn't do it. Oh, my goodness. So I got to see how to do this. And I say, okay, yes. Or, okay. What? It ain't letting me do it. Why don't it let me start? So I'm trying to do a poll. And I wanted to know who that could be possibly watching me. If y'all love me, like y'all say y'all love me, how do I put the time back on my chat? You know, when you go live and you got to put the time on the side, how do you put that back there? I don't know why it's not doing it. Okay, I'm going to X that out. Oh, I needed to exit out. Let me see. I got something there. So if you in my parking lot anywhere, I'm going to say, oh, it don't let me get my answer. Man. Hold on. Let's see who's calling. This the Queen.
Yeah, Queen. This is your boy, Larry.
Hey, good morning, Larry. Is it still morning? It ain't even morning. Afternoon, Larry. How you doing?
Yeah, I guess it's afternoon.
Yeah, it is.
I was calling. I was kind of, you ain't on live anymore. You're off, ain't you?
No, I'm on live.
Oh, I ain't catching up to you for some reason.
Oh, man. Yeah, because I was talking to you, but you said that you had to go.
Yeah, I was busy. Still busy, just kind of jumping in to wish you happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, you know what, Larry? I definitely appreciate that from you. And you know what? It would have been nice to go out to dinner today. And I think I wasn't really sad or anything, but I guess I did a live earlier and I jumped off the live so quick. I honestly, I don't even know why I jumped off the live quick, but I did because I really wasn't feeling bad inside. And I jumped off the live. I don't know. I just jumped off the live for some bad reason. And something said, no, just go back live. Just go back live and just stay live and just do whatever you do. And that's what I did.
Yeah, you look, when I first dropped in, it looked like you were too happy.
Huh?
I said, when I first dropped in, because I was getting ready to post a video, I said, the thing was on, so I clicked on it, and you didn't look like you were really happy. You looked like something was upsetting you.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know what would have happened. I don't know. I probably got to go and play that back. If I look like that, I apologize to everybody in the chat if I look like that. And I apologize to you too, Larry.
In the parking lot.
Huh?
Did you were talking about something about the trolls in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah, I was joking. Oh, no, you know how I spaz in and out. So I was joking, it was me telling all the people in my parking lot, I was telling them, thank you for being in the parking lot, even though they didn't come in and speak, like, leave a comment. I was telling them thank you because I like to thank them as well. So I was telling them, yeah, I was telling them thank you. And I was telling them, even if they're trolls, I thank y'all too. And where are all the trolls? I'm like, trolls are welcomed. I love my trolls. What would a channel be without a troll? Huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, here's the thing. How are you going to get rid of them?
Yeah. I don't know. The part I was seeing is something about some guy didn't like black women. And I was like, nah, I'm going to leave it alone, go back and do my business, what I got to do.
Say what now?
Stay out of it.
Wait, what happened?
The comment you made was you were asking some dude why he didn't like black women. Yeah.
I was asking that question?
Yeah.
Oh, were you just jumping in on the call?
I don't know if I was or if I wasn't. I mean, I was just kind of coming in to post something and see you're alive and clicked on it.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. No, it was I probably asked a question like that. I don't know if it was something that might have been in a comment, or that may have been something because it was quite a few comments about me as a woman. And then I got a really bad phone call from a guy like a week and a half ago about me and black women and what he want to do to them. So if you heard me do or say something like that and you came in on the end, something might have just happened and I was responding as to like, what's the problem with black women? I mean, what's the problem? Yeah. So I probably was responding to someone because I don't just bring stuff like that up for no reason. I'm listening.
Yeah. It's just crazy. I mean, I don't know. If he has a problem, then he needs to stay away.
Exactly.
That's the whole thing. He doesn't need to come in here and start trouble.
Right. But you know what, Larry? And you know what I want you to do too, and I want you to understand. First of all, if you came in and you heard something like that, don't think I didn't hear what you just said, because you could tell I'm a Capricorn. We don't miss anything. I heard you said, you know what? Nah, I just decided to stay away. And I want to tell you, no, don't do that. Like, you don't have to stay away if you felt some sort of way. The way you resolve things, especially if you have any type of relationship, you don't just walk away from it and think it dissolved. No, address it. Because if you felt like that, you should have came in and said something to me, and I would have said, no, Larry, it doesn't have anything to do with you. I was addressing something that happened prior to you. So you don't ever have to stay away. Yeah, you don't have to. I'm telling you, you don't have to stay away. Don't stay away.
Yeah, that wasn't me. I just said I couldn't. There's no way I could have got involved in that one. I had to stay out of it so I could get my work done.
Right. Okay. Well, I definitely.
But I kind of looked, just the expression on your face. Just you look like you were upset.
No, you know why I wasn't? And this is what I want you to start paying attention to when it comes to me. When you find a certain type of peace in your life, it's hard to kind of like make me upset about simple things like that. And the reason why it's simple to me is because when you look at my channel is very small right now. So if I allow airheaded, absent-minded asinines to come in and make me that upset, what do you think is going to happen as my channel grows? I'll never be able to function. So I'm not gonna. Well, you may think I'm addressing them because I'm angry. Don't think that. I'll make it something comical before I make it something serious. The only thing that I won't do, one of the ones from last night, what he did was he put the N-word in writing, meaning he did it in separate letters. And I said, I'll let you come in, because sometimes you can't stop them from coming in unless I do straight of a paid membership, and they still a pay just to come in, and I'll be okay with that. But when you go across the line and start going too deep in certain names, that's when I'll block you, because I have to learn how to take the bitter with the sweet. And as you go up the ladder, you got to learn how to handle, and you got to learn how to deal with the bitter as well as the sweet, because the sweet can be more bitter than the bitter is. And so you just have to learn how to deal with things on a different level. And I think that's where I've graduated and I've grown to peace, where I know not to let things like that quite bother me. Because if you hear the phone call, that the way they come in my chat, it was nothing compared to the phone call. And I handled it pretty well.
Right.
It wasn't no hostility on my end at all.
Right.
Yeah. So everything is okay. Is that why you've been staying away? Because you don't, that's not you. I've been thinking about you. That's not you.
No. I've been working
Okay.
late every night this week.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
just so busy from the time I get up to the time I get home.
Right.
And you're not on at night. I mean, I haven't seen you on at night till I get up.
Yeah, I'm on at night. I still go on like 7:30.
Nah, that's probably why I'm missing you.
Yeah, I'll be on at night. But it's okay though. You know what? You found me today, and I definitely appreciate you for coming in today. And I also appreciate you calling. But you know what I wanted to ask you, Larry? Because I did have the question, and I want to kind of address my question. I wanted to ask you, like, what's the longest relationship that you've been in?
10 years? Oh, I can't say that. 16 years married.
In a 16, so Larry said he'd been in a 16-year marriage. But let me ask you this too, Larry. In your 16-year marriage, did you really feel like you was in the marriage?
Yeah, we were. I mean, we were good. I mean, we never fought.
Okay.
There was never an argument. And the only thing that separated us was basically our age, not our age, but we were young and we both got tied up into our careers. And it just pulled us not apart, but I don't know. But we ended up focusing. We were young and dumb, like everybody is. That the almighty thing everybody thinks about is money,
right?
And that's what it was. And we kept working on our careers, and then we just kind of grew apart.
Right.
Because you change. I mean, you're always going to change throughout your life. You're
correct.
Going to be that same person, and that's just it. If you give each other that time, you will grow together. Whereas we were always separate. I was either overseas. Well, most of the time I was overseas. Could find 10 months every year. So
you was overseas you were overseas at least 10 months out the year?
Yep.
For how many years?
Yep. 15 years. We come in, we were only home maybe 3-4 months, and that was training time. And that's when I got to spend time with her and with my stepson. And then we would deploy, and we were going 9-10 months. If you were on the advance party, you were going even more longer than that, because you were going in before anybody else was.
Wow.
So, yeah. I mean, but it is what it is. Like I said, you grow together or you don't. And we just kind of grew apart because we were both into our careers. That's how we coped with being apart. So.
Right.
Yep.
That's interesting, and I'm not going to press her the question because in my head I'm like, wait a minute, I got a question, but I'm not going to do that because you answered the initial question, and I definitely appreciate that. But it makes a lot of sense now. Okay, well, you know what, Larry, I appreciate you calling in, and I don't know if I'm gonna hear from you again this weekend or if you're gonna fly in, but I wish I do. And if I don't,
Okay. Okay.
I wish I do hear. Why did you say it like that? Well, okay. Why did you say it like that?
Because I'll be dropping in. At least, hopefully, I should be done. I just got to go pick up some money from somebody today.
Okay.
And then I'm done for the weekend, so I was going to the gym.
Oh, you going to the gym today?
Because, we're going to get snow and ice and everything else all damn weekend.
Right. How often do you go to the gym?
3-4 times a week.
Oh, my goodness. And you've done that this week?
This week I have not had the time. I finally got in Wednesday.
That's what I'm about to say. You wearing yourself out if you had that busy of a week and then adding the gym on and but I'm thankful. Thank God you didn't say all of that. I was about to take a deep breath and say, what in the hell is going on with Jim? What? You
can't wear out the Energizer Bunny.
Larry, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. And what you say now you can't. So what when you're trying to say when your limit is?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay. And can I ask you a question?
Any other question up here?
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You going down the road. Go ahead.
I was just saying, why do you question? Why do men love women? Well, they just bring out the best in us. Me and I like the softness,
Uh-huh.
the squishiness, and I just like having them by my side. They're women,
Oh
and
my
they
goodness.
help you grow.
Okay.
They bring out the best in us.
Oh my
If they're the
goodness.
right woman, they bring out the best in you.
Okay. That, you know what? That's pretty interesting, Larry, that you said like that. So, okay, I'm not gonna ask. And you know what? I always have to refrain from asking other questions because I'm allowed to only ask what I ask in the comments because I could ask something else, but I'm not gonna do it. But I appreciate you saying,
Ask away.
oh, I can ask you anyway.
Yeah.
So what do you think it is? Okay, so you say you love the women and so forth and so on. And you said that you know, you did get out of your marriage and you really didn't have any arguments and anything like that. And you can say that she was a pretty good woman. So even though it may not have anything to do with why you love a woman, because you already said you like the this and you like the that and the softness and the cuddling, you like that. But what was it where, and it's not just because you were young, honestly, what was it that made you separate from the wife? Because if you really didn't have problems, and most of the times you were already separated. So whenever y'all seen each other, which would have been what, 2 months later, it wasn't enough to make you hold on. Because most people say, well, I didn't want to stay with her because this woman nagging, you know, we're bickering, we're arguing, but you didn't have any of that. You had where for some men, they would think that's the best of the world. And women don't like that, but it seemed like it was okay. So what was the separation?
Now, she was older than me, and with her job, what she did, she ended up hanging around with a younger crowd of girls, and one thing led to another, and she ended up cheating. And I came home, and I don't deal with that shit. I just said, that's it, we're done. We're out.
Wow. But
there's no coming back from that. You'll never trust that person again, especially when there's that much distance all the time between you.
Yeah. So
if I couldn't trust her to stay on the straight and narrow when I was over there, when she knew I wasn't over there screwing around because of what we did,
right,
then I couldn't trust her after that.
So was it the first time that she did it?
Yep.
So the very first time she did it, you cut things off just like that. But was it easier for you to cut things off just like that because you were already at a 10-month, a year distance? Because had you guys lived in the same home, would it have been that easy to cut it off just like that? Or because you technically already had, huh?
It wasn't easy either way.
Or it wasn't easy?
I mean, even to this day, we talk and we both realize we made big mistakes.
Got you. Okay.
So
I got you. And you know what?
I don't hold no grudge, but it's just at that point, right, my life the way it was, you cannot, your head's got to be in the game.
Right.
And what I was doing. So I couldn't have that on my mind at the same time. So it was either cut the ties or take the chance of not coming back.
Right. Okay. Well, what Larry's saying is that he let her go after the first time. It wasn't even a second time. And you know what? And I understand what you're saying, Larry. But you know what? One thing I think it is, most men do stuff like that on the other side. But when they do it over and over again and women forgive them, it'd be okay for a man. But when it's done back the first time, that's the end of the deal. And I think that's something that women need to start practicing too. That's how you learn to put your foot down, because you heard what Larry just said. Larry said when he found out that his wife cheated, he found out the first time and he had to let her go. And it be women that allow it to keep going on and on and on. Because we always said men won't do no more than you allow them to. And just like Larry said, he didn't allow all of that. He let it go just like that. And that's when you got to be strong, right, Larry?
Capricorn.
Huh?
Yeah, as a Capricorn, you got to know there's only so much bullcrap you're going to take.
That's right.
Like I said, in any relationship,
yep,
if one of you cheats, you may think that you're going to be able to make this work. And you might, but it's going to take many years because that person just broke your trust. And as a Capricorn, you give our trust.
Before people know it.
And it is as they, and And it's their actions that start chipping away at that trust. And that is a big action, what she did. And it just knocked it all down. And I knew there was no way I could keep my mind on my job over there if I'd have kept her in my life.
Right.
And I had too many people dependent on me. Their life's dependent on mine, so there's no way that's going to happen.
Correct. You know what? I appreciate.
As they said, Uncle Sam didn't issue her to me, so I didn't need her, I guess.
What? Now say that again.
The military says they will issue us what we need.
Okay.
And she was not issued by Uncle Sam, so I didn't need her.
Oh my goodness.
Extra baggage.
And I got to ask one more question, and I know you're gonna say this lady is the nosiest lady in the world, and I am. Larry, was it a black woman or a white woman? I know you're saying why. Why? Because I want to know.
She was Hispanic Aztec.
Oh, she was Hispanic.
And with mostly Aztec in her.
Oh, okay.
They are very sought after women in their country because they have different shaped eyes.
Right.
Very beautiful, curvy woman. And when we would go down to her parents, they lived here, but they would go down. They had a coffee thing, that plantation down in Mexico. I'd help them out every once in a while when I could take time off for the military. And I would always wonder why these Mexican guys were looking at me like they were shooting daggers at my back. And finally, one of the girls doing story stopped and told me, she goes, "You don't realize what you got, do you?" I said, "No." He goes, "They're looked upon as very high-valued women to have, queens, basically."
Wow.
He goes, "And they're wondering what the hell she's doing with you."
Wow. Wow. And all you had to do is be yourself when you got her?
No, it was New Year's Eve. I was out partying with a bunch of guys, and she came in, I guess, with some dude and another couple on a date, and they fixed her up. I guess it was a blind date. And the guys I was with, we were screwing around, New Year's Eve, they got balloons, and we were smacking them around, and then going out and dancing every once in a while. Well, I went down to use the bathroom. And when I come out, she grabbed me and threw me up against the wall and said, "Why in the hell haven't you asked me to dance?" And I told her, I said, "Because you're with a guy." She goes, "Well, that was a blind date, and I'm not interested in him." I said,
Ooh.
"Well, how in the heck am I supposed to know that?" Well, we met from there, and out there where we were at San Diego at that time, these clubs would stay open all night into the next morning until everybody left. And we came out of there, it was daylight the next morning, and we just talked. I'm basically sat and talked. That's how I met her.
Oh my goodness.
We spent a lot of time getting to know each other. It was a very good relationship. Like I said, we never fought the whole time, but the cheat part was the end of it.
Wow. You know what, Larry? And it's so surreal that you remember all of that. Like, was she your first love?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. She was your first love. Wow. You know what? That was I like listening to that. And it sounded like you got, when you were telling the story, you got very excited about it too.
Oh, it was amazing how we met. It was crazy. I mean, I wasn't looking for anybody.
Right.
I was just, due to the military. And that's the last thing I wanted was a relationship.
Right. And then you got somebody to calm you down.
Like they say, you never know when it's going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what?
So,
I appreciate hearing that, Larry. That kind of warms my heart to hear that you are also like a dedicated man, and you're one of those men where, because it is a stereotype, that all men cheat. And you sound like one that just not only don't cheat, you don't believe in cheaters.
I've never cheated on anybody in my life. It's always been the other way around. And like I said, once they do it, they're gone. And my biggest thing is, women, I've been watching a couple of these women on here doing videos. And one was last night, some gal had one out. She was in a restaurant, her and her girlfriends. And she got to look around, and everybody in that restaurant was all women. There was no men. And she goes, "What's going on?" Well, the answer is right out there. Guys been telling me. Guys are tired of women thinking we're here just to give to them, and they can do whatever the heck they want. And guys are tired of that. And it's like they said, 95% of all guys between the age of 20 to 45 ain't even looking for a woman or a relationship. They don't want it because they're concentrating on themselves and taking care of themselves. Why work your butt off all week long to hand somebody that thinks they're entitled to everything you got, to give them everything while they sit at home and do nothing, or take their money they work for and their money's their money? Guys are tired of it. Guys ain't going to invest in you kind of women anymore.
Right. So
and these women here are getting scared. They wonder why. Guys can go overseas and find a woman that'll respect them.
Right.
And act like a woman's supposed to act. Whereas these women, they want to be independent, but yet they want to be in a relationship. They want to be in a relationship. They want to run the relationship, but yet they expect the guy to give everything. Our role is to run it. You're supposed to follow us. We're the leaders. We're supposed to protect you. We're supposed to work as a team, but it's not that way anymore. And guys are fed up with it.
So,
especially here in the U.S.
So you know what, Larry? I know I could go deeper in this, and I do want to just ask one question, and it's not in the defense of women, but it's in the fact that we're on the phone talking, and you know, I do have to ask a question. It is a thing, and I'm glad that you brought that up because I just was getting ready to do a video about a topic or a conversation similar to this, and inside that conversation, what was said was, "Oh, men are going overseas to look for women and get the women from overseas." But can I ask you a question? Do you think that's really a relationship where it's a team when you're going overseas? First of all, getting women that you have barely understand the language they're speaking. Number one, they have barely understand. I'm not well. Before I go that far in it, do you think that's a sustainable, viable relationship that they're getting in overseas? Or is it just a matter of being in a relationship like this because you get to control all the narrative? Because there is a disconnect for going overseas or getting with other foreigners and you're from America and you don't really know the other languages. So is there a disconnect in that type of relationship, which would honestly be the same disconnect that you're getting from the women in America?
No, I mean, most of the places guys are going to women who understand English. They don't have a problem. If you're talking Philippines, you're talking Africa. Most of them guys are going to Nairobi. They're going to Kenya. Yeah, well, Nairobi is Kenya. They're going in that area. They're not going like some of them do because they know other languages. Some of these guys know other languages, and they go where they go. But the one thing that they're looking for is a traditional wife. So the roles that when I grew up, my mother played that role. She worked, but she was also a traditional wife. And her and my dad worked as a team together. And it's the same thing they're getting over there. They're getting the old values that we were brought up with, what a woman should do and what a man's role is. And that's it. Are there some of these women over there that are just looking for a free ticket here? Yeah, you got to weed them out. But the guys, when I was in the military, that dated women from the Philippines, Japan, and then they're still happily married. So they got families. Hell, some of the guys I know retired back over there. They got big families.
So let me ask you a question. Are you referring to the men that are in and out of the military that are already traveling along those type of roads to even be with women from other countries and other cultures? Are the men that you're referring to are military men? Because these can't be everyday men. It's because you said they speak the same language.
No, there's a lot of everyday men. There's a lot of these guys learn foreign languages.
You're saying that
in school.
You're saying you think they learn foreign language to be able to vet for other women in other countries because they're tired of American women?
I don't know if it's so much that, but
right.
Like when I was in school, we could take Spanish, French, Russian, whatever we wanted to learn.
Right. Yeah. No.
A lot of my friends, they took different languages in high school.
Right. Yeah, I guess I get what you're saying, but I guess what I was trying to say is when you were saying a lot of men, because I'm like, is that a fair relationship? Are you really getting out of what you want out of their relationship? Because if you're getting these women from other countries, I mean, are these men really speaking those same language? And I can understand men, especially men that we talking about average men as well, especially men that's been in the military. Yes, they've been to different countries and they're familiar with different cultures, but the average daily, everyday men, they're not understanding languages from other countries because they're really not traveling outside the United States like that. So when they get those women that's more local and they're foreigners, what did they do with the disconnect language? That's why I was asking the men that you're referring to.
Like anything else, you can learn.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I definitely understand what you're saying.
Like I said, though, if you look at our roles nowadays, the women want a relationship, but they want to be. This is just from my experience,
right,
from listening to them. They want to be in a relationship, but yet they want to be single and be able to do what the hell they want to do when they want to do it without asking the man.
So
and when you're in a relationship for any length of time, your actions affect each other. So and if only one person's on that wavelength and the other one thinks they can just come and go as they please and do what they want to do, it's not going to work.
So let me
ask.
That's
what guys are saying.
Right.
They're tired of it.
So let me ask you a question. Because I definitely get and I understand what you're saying. But I guess my only problem and dilemma here is you're saying that the women only want this, they only want that, they want to be single, they want to be this, they want to be the other. But are those the type of women you're picking? So when you go out and you see a classy, sassy woman, are those classy, sassy women? I'm talking about women of my caliber because I know you're a classy man. So I know you're only picking on the classy level. So the classy women that you're picking, women that, you know, trying to be dependent on themselves because that's what they're used to. Those women are trying to run things and still be single and date other men? Or is it the type of women that you're referring to that wouldn't be the type of woman for you anyway?
Most of the women I've been seeing are, I'm not know if I've seen, but I've talked to, they all want a relationship, but they also want to have other relationships. And you cannot, in a relationship, you cannot expect the guy to give, and give. And you're not willing to do anything. My thing is what value are they bringing to the relationship? You want me to have a $100,000 a year job. You want me to pay your bills. You want me to have my own home. You want me to have this, have that, and pay this and that for you. But yet, what do you bring to me in value? And most of the women nowadays don't have that value. And if they do, you cannot be in a relationship, expect a man to have a man's role, and then you're going to stand there and tell him what to do all the time.
Right.
And the minute he says no to you, then you get upset and the relationship's over. And that's where it's at. A lot of women, the minute you tell them no, they flip that switch and they're done.
Gotcha. And y'all hear Larry telling it.
Like I said, I told you about my other relationship that just ended about 2 years ago.
Correct.
And that was it. It was all about her. It was all one-sided. Everything had to be about her. She wanted to be able to travel, and as they say, run around with the girls on trips and shit like that. Well, I caught her in lies on that. I caught her doing a lot of stuff.
So let me.
And it's crazy.
Let me ask you a question. Where do you think women get this type of behavior from? Like what made you think? What do you think made women start acting and behaving in that manner? What do you think? And just being honest, and I want you to give me an honest opinion. Why do you think women got to the place to where they started looking for men to do for them? They started looking for this, looking for that, and they started cheating on men and so different things like that. What do you think? Where do you think that came from a woman? What made a woman go that way?
I'm not going to answer that because I'm not going to get somebody pissed off out there.
Who cares?
I'll tell you, they learned it.
They think right there. And who cares? But listen, who cares who get pissed off, Larry? You know why? The only one you got to care about is being pissed off right now is me. And I can't get pissed off at you, baby, because all I like about you is the fact that what I really like about you is the fact that you tell the truth. And I like the fact that you're saying out of your mouth, honestly, that you're a loyal man, and you're saying it with confidence. You're not saying it as if you're being suckered into it. You're saying it because you really honestly believe it, and that's how you've been living through your relationships. So who cares who get mad out there? Because my question to you is, who do you think What happened to make you feel like women started becoming this way? Just give me one answer and make sure it's your honest answer, and I'll get off the subject. What or who do you think turned women into being the way they are right now?
Their mothers, whoever raised them.
So you think their
Because
mothers?
they have no accountability for their actions.
Okay.
And their mothers, the ones that I've seen, and the ones that I see online, and the way they talk, their mothers are as bad as what they are. So they had to pick it up from them.
So you think
if you think about it, you look at half of them. Now I'm going to say this, and I don't want you to take this.
Of course, no. Just say it.
It's a racist comment because I'm not bringing this down on any one race.
Just say it.
I have seen it personally. All races, they learn to play the system. Why work if we're willing to pay their way? I pay my taxes. For them to sit at home on their ass and collect a paycheck, then they're out there working on the side, not paying freaking taxes on it. Or, like I said, their mothers just sit at home and collect a paycheck because they learn how to play the welfare system.
Right.
And that's the way these women are. Now, every man they look at is basically their welfare system. We're supposed to bring the money and pay for everything. Well, they just sit on their ass. I mean, look at it on here. You see it. I'm sure you go on YouTube and look at the freaking videos some of these girls make. Go on freaking TikTok. Go on freaking, what's it called now? X. They're all a bunch of ladies. And they learn that from their parents. Whether it be a mother or single father or both. They learn to play the system right out of school. And the example of that is I had a buddy, his daughter graduated from high school, and she's still this, she's what, 40-something now. She has never worked a day in her life out of high school. And she makes more money on the welfare system than I make in a year. And eats better than me and him put together. So now they think everybody owes them everything. They have never been taught responsibility for their own actions or how to take responsibility for themselves. They expect everybody to hand them out. And look at the kids nowadays. You say no to a kid. I want that ice cream cone. No. That kid's going to sit there and throw a fit. And what they end up doing, mommy ends up giving it to him. So what does that teach him? If I throw a fit, I'm going to get what I want.
And you know what?
That's the way these women are acting these days. I'm not saying women like you.
No, I get it. Just keep saying.
I'm talking about these younger generations, anywhere from the 40, let's say 42 back to the 18. Well, even now, just bringing them up. They think they're entitled to everything. And that's where they're getting this from.
So you think...
Look at the videos on... You see these girls fighting on videos. You see these girls on videos fighting each other? They fight like a damn man does. And then if the man hits them, because they hit the man, what are you supposed to do? Well, you're not right because you're the man and you hit her. Well, I'm going to tell you, any woman comes up to me and hits me like a man, like these women are doing, they're getting their ass laid out on the ground, and I'm not going to regret it. Just like the guy that was just on the video from New York. She came up for no reason and clocked him in the back of the head. He turned around and looked at her, and she was standing there ready to swing again. When she did, he knocked her out.
Oh, my goodness. Is that a video?
She deserved that.
Was that a video?
Yeah, that was a video.
Oh, send it to me. I want to look at it.
Everybody even stood there and said she deserved that.
Oh, wow. I didn't get to see
that. I can
that.
find it again, but it was crazy.
Yeah, if you can find it, send it to me.
Maybe a week ago when it happened.
Wow.
And it's like he said, he was just walking down the street, and I don't know what somebody said. She turned around, walked up, and just clocked him in the back of the head.
Right.
And she knocked him down. And when he got up, he just kind of looked at her, and she was going to come at him again, and he knocked her out. Right. And that's what I said. These girls want to act like men. Go out and get a goddamn job. Get off your ass instead of sitting on the welfare system and work. Go to Walmart and work. It doesn't matter. It's a job. Take pride in yourself.
Right.
I mean, like I said, there's no color or race has anything to do with that.
Right.
I've seen it on all sides.
Right. Right. And you know what? And I definitely appreciate
why they act the way they act.
You know what? I definitely appreciate what you're saying. And I appreciate you giving me that comment. And I want to kind of backtrack a little bit, just real quickly, because I know you went into women that actually are collecting food stamps and things like that. And what I was actually asking was referring to women that you say are looking for men to pay for everything. And I was asking you, or women that are cheating on men, or women that are doing things that, you know, typically it would have been done on the man's side, because a woman honestly aren't the one that start cheating and, you know, being just certain different ways. You know, it actually came from the side of a man. And I guess I asked that question because a lot of women, and this is coming from the woman's side of it, a lot of women actually started behaving in a manner where they are trying to replicate what they seen from men, because your moms and stuff aren't the one that was out cheating on men and stuff like that. It's the moms that were out accepting it. And so where the tables seem to be turning at, to me, is the tables are turning to where now the women are starting to mimic and starting to do things that they have seen men do. Cheating, do you think cheating actually stemmed from women? Or is it that women started sitting home and accepting? Women were, yes, but what I'm saying is, when it started out, when you look back at your grandma and mamas and all of them, and these grandmas and these mamas are the ones even back then that sat home and kept kids while their dads and while their husbands went out and made the money and paid the bills and had other families and had other children outside of that. That didn't start at the woman's level. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, I feel like a lot of the women started replicating, especially the women of a certain age and generation where they started seeing what was happening at home with mama and grandma, and they start in their own little ways retaliating. But it initiated from somewhere. And so I think what happened is, I think there may be a lot of women out there that has gotten to a point where they say they're tired of it. And you do it to me, I'm gonna do it back. And but the problem with it is women have gotten out control with it. And I think that's a huge problem, because
I know one thing.
Mhm.
If I was a guy, a kid growing up these days, I wouldn't touch half these girls, because
Okay.
you're coming home with something, because they're sleeping around half a dozen men at a time.
Yeah.
I mean, 90% of them are selling their ass because they see an easy way to make money.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So how do you
I'm
feel?
not touching.
What do you feel about the men that can't have one woman? Because you think, or you think there's men out there that only, you think all men out there is only with one woman?
No, I know there's guys out there cheat just like the women do. Trust me, it goes both ways.
Right. That's what I was saying. Where did you think it started? You think that cheating started from men or women?
It came from both sides of the family.
You think it started from women started it too?
Like I said, it's something. It's something that they learned from home. That's
Right.
how they're brought up.
Right.
It could be father. It could be mom. It could be both of them.
Well, you know what? That's what I wanted to say. I'm glad that you said that, because that's what my point was for asking the question. I believe it came out, and women just got to a point where they took off with it, and then they took off with it, and they start using it to their advantage. I think that's what happened. And I think now you got so many men that don't like the fact that women do it to them.
Well, there's not as many men that cheat as what they think they're doing.
You don't think so?
For one good woman.
So let me ask you a question.
I don't. I see. No, there are things that they took. Their surveys they took. The guy is hunting for one good woman. Most guys. That's not all of them.
But why can't they just deal with that one woman? Why do they have to go through a flock of women? Why can't they just deal with one woman?
You gotta find the right one.
So that means you deal with multiple.
Take one and cheat one. That's it.
So that's, I guess this is where.
What the hell do I want to deal with two women at once?
I guess
They're
this.
all crazy.
Right. I guess this is where the problem is. And I get it too. I think this is where the problem is coming in, is because basically what I'm hearing is, it's okay when a man can run through 4 women to get to the right one, but then a woman is called a cheater when she's really doing the same thing he did to get to the right one.
That is, unless they both have that agreement that they're not in a what you want to call it, committed relationship.
Right.
It's a different story.
I got you.
That's one thing I go whenever I'm dating somebody and we get to that point. I'm saying, look, this is where I'm at in this relationship. Are you in the same page?
Right.
If not, then we need to go our separate ways.
Gotcha.
Because I'm not wasting no more time with you.
Right.
And that's it. I'm cutting dry blunt with it.
And you know,
why waste my time
right,
if I reach that point and you're not there at all, and you still want to go screw around? Then I don't need you because I didn't catch something somebody else has.
And you know what? And I appreciate you saying that, Larry. And I'm going to commend you. And I'm going to tell you, you know, I really appreciate you calling in with your honesty, because it seemed like, in a sense, this sound like you are like other men, where you are kind of upset, you know, at the treatment from women. And I want to say this too, but you also, I want you to kind of understand and look at it at the other side as well. I'm not one of those women that's out there messing with 1,000 men, doing this and doing that, because that's just not a part of my MO. And I'm not saying that there's not a lot of women out there that do that. And yes, women cheat just as much as men. And women learned it from somewhere, in my eyes. And where I seen them learn it from, for me, being a woman looking in and being raised with all women, all men, I wasn't raised with all women. I was raised with all men. And I seen where cheating came into play. And I was raised with all men. And imagine back in those days, I turned 50 January 18th, you know that. So if I know what went on, and I'm raised by my dad and I have my brothers, I'm looking through the lenses of a man at that point, because I couldn't see it through a woman, number one. Number two, I definitely appreciate the fact that you're saying that you're just a man that don't like to cheat. And I want to give you a big round of all my kisses and all my hugs. Why? Because listen at this. You know what percentage of men you're in that honestly don't want to cheat? I want you to think about the percentage of men that are cheaters, are womanizers, are woman abusers, are just man whores, compared to a certain percentage that honestly don't want to cheat and just honestly looking for one woman. So the amount of men out there that you're saying that follow your footsteps, and you're following the footsteps of a right man, imagine what the percentage of those men are, especially if women are constantly saying they can't find those men, and men are saying they can't find those women. So this tells you the story. Men like you are rare, just like women like me are rare. But no one gets a bigger pole than the other one. But in my eyes, I think women kind of picked up on a habit from a man and just got sneakier with it. But we're rare people. You're not gonna. It's an all men and women on who cheating the most and who doing this, because the right rare people are looking for other rare people like them. But you know how big the ocean is? Do you know how many states the ocean run across? So to find these rare goals, and I'm not being funny, and you're giggling, but you understand where I'm coming from. And we can point the finger all we want, but the bottom line to this is there are rare people out there, such as myself and yourself. Those are called rare people. Just like there's rare people that can honestly go to the car lot and truly buy a real Ferrari. Those are rare. And that's, I think we falling in that category of rare. Huh?
I just know they can't sit there and complain that they can't find a good man, and then whenever they find a man, and it's funny, the guy sits there and they don't know they're being recorded. The first words out of their mouth is money, 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 money. That's the root of all evil. That's what destroys most relationships.
And you know what? And I'm glad you said.
I'm not in it for money.
Right.
I'm in it to find somebody that wants to share the same thing I like. It shouldn't matter how much money you make.
Right.
You could be the brokest person in the goddamn world, both of you. As long as there's love there, you're going to be in love. As long as you're together, that's what's important, not money.
And you know what? And I'm glad you said that too, Larry. I'm glad you said that too, Larry, because I want you to always think about things in more than one lens. Just like you're saying, and I get it, and I definitely understand it, but I'm going to also say this to you. I feel like where this category is right here. And this is where you got to be able to sync things together, because you got to look at what a man is thinking, and then you got to be able to flop on the other side and see what a woman was feeling or feel. And I think it's going to run neck and neck and line with each other, because like you just said, when a woman see you, it's not all about money. You want to make sure there's love there. You want to make sure there's genuine there. You want to make sure that you really appreciate me for who I am. And that's so good, and that's great. And I think that's where it started off at. But where the problem came in at, and excuse my French, was when so many men start pissing in the pool. And forgive me for saying that, but I'm going to say that to say this. Imagine how many men have come to women and dissected them as a piece of meat to get in the bed. And so many women probably have always been feeling like a piece of me because what does men do? They want to sugarcoat it and they want to treat you this and they want to do it and they want to be nice until you lay down in the bed with them. So I get what you're saying when you say women keep coming to me and they want me for money. And they're not looking at the love side of it. Again, it's going to go back to the word rare. It's going to be rare to find a person like Larry. It's going to be rare to find a person like Queen. Why? Because we're rare people, because the pool has been tainted. And you got to be a person that knew how to step out the pool and just say, I don't want this particular pool. I got to go deep in order to find where my pool is at for me to be in, because there's nowhere around here. It's tainted on both sides. A man feel like they are only a money machine, and a woman feel like she's been treated like she's a between my leg machine. So everybody done got ran and burnt out because both sides, I felt like they've been mistreated one way or the other. Men feel like they're mistreated because they only looked at for money and strength and what you could do for me. And women feel like they've been mistreated because you're only looking at me for what I could give you between my legs. So so now it goes back to that same thing. People that are rare don't get caught in the poison of a pissy pool. And that's what I had to learn. I wouldn't ever want to get caught in that.
As soon as I hear a question about money or what are you going to buy me, this and that, it's like, see ya.
Yep. And I agree with you. And yep. And you know what I do? As soon as I talk to a man, and I'm gonna tell you what a big turn off is mine for me when these men come for me, especially when they don't have any teeth in their mouth, especially when they come with the flip flops and the socks on. See, for me, honestly, I don't care what type of car you driving in, because if I see potential, your car can be upgraded. It's not about that. But when you come to me and you know your fingernails are dirty, when you come to me, it's not even about you can take me to McDonald's, because I'm really honestly a cheap date. But when I'm ready for my scallops and lobster, you're going to know that's what I'm ready for. But all through the month, I'm more of a cheap date than you would ever believe or think. But at the end of the day, any type of man don't just get to step to me, and they come into me in these particular categories, but they'll come up to me as if they got the right to address me. They'll come up to me and guess what? They go to talking to me and would you send me a picture of you? Men, it's a turn off to women. Don't ask me for pictures. And men love to do that. They'll get my number and the first thing they ask me is, can they get a picture of me? Hell no. The fact that you asked me that, get to know me. Like you said, get to know me, and you wouldn't have to ask, would you pay my cell phone bill? Those things are going to come naturally. Get to know me. You're not going to have to ask me, can you get a picture of me? Or you're not going to, don't get to know me by thinking you can keep trying to inch your way between my legs. And I think that's, again, where the disconnect is coming from, because men got one side of it that women are basically attacking them for, which is money and what you could do for me. Then honestly, you got women on the other side that's feeling like they're being attacked because the only thing you really trying to get from me is sex. And if this is what you want from me, I'm gonna make you pay for it. You see how it go neck and neck? People got it's sides of the story. Both genders are gonna come with their reasoning for why they feel like they're being mistreated. But at the end of the day, you could come with whatever reasoning you want to come. All you have to do is pay attention to the pool and decide whether or not those are the type of people you want to swim with. If they're not the type of people you want to swim with, then you got to move on. And you got to find a pool that's for you. It ain't tainted and there's no pee-pee in it. That's where I'm at in my life. So I don't run through YouTube. I don't really care about their videos because I know who I am. And I'm picking and choosing on a whole different level. So when I know there's a pissy pool over there, I'm not even going to be around that pool anyway. And whether you believe it or not, like you said, Larry, and I'm going to be honest with you, for me, I haven't found a pool that I would like to swim in, really. And that's me being a woman looking at the other. You get what I'm saying? So imagine the type of classy woman I am, and I'm feeling how you feel. But you're a man and I'm a woman. So I just want you to know it goes on both sides. The men aren't the only one that's feeling like we're all the good women, because you got women like myself that's feeling like we're all a good men. And that's probably where we need to try to find a connection right there. Where are all the good men? They're right here. Because we vetted all these good men. And I don't know, that's something I might work on. So I appreciate you, Larry. You are, I don't know, it was such a good conversation. And for me to know that just I've learned a couple of things about you, which I know you've already told me these things, but it kind of like opened the doors a little bit more with me speaking to you. And I definitely appreciate your honesty.
So I am, like I said, if you don't want to know the truth, don't ask me the question.
And I definitely appreciate you for that, Larry. And you know what? And if you're not too busy over the weekend, it would be nice if you step back in. I don't know. I might go live again tonight because I came in live early just because I wanted to, because I got some work to get done. So I might be out again later on this afternoon. And if I can, if I can see you this weekend or you call me back, I definitely would appreciate you for that.
All right.
And what are you going to do for this Valentine's Day? Huh?
Nothing like a dang thing. Go to the gym.
Go to the, you know what? And when you go to the gym, make sure you work out those right body parts that you need to keep moving.
Always do.
You know what? Thank you so much, Larry. And I hope I hear from you again before the weekend is out.
Okay.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. And there's my kiss. And whoo, I blew it at you. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, y'all, Lord Jesus, but Jesus, that was Larry on the call just now, hunty. Now, you know, Larry threw some tea over there. I don't know what Larry just did, but Larry almost sparked a whole good conversation. And I know my woman gonna say, "Oh, she was supposed to say something about that." What did he? Did she was about? No, baby, I'll leave that to y'all. I don't know nothing about that. When I post to you, you gotta deal with it on your own. Cause, honey, you know I'm gonna go back and critique this video. So, anyways, that definitely was a good call. And I'm definitely thinking everybody out there that might be watching me, that just because you didn't come in and land, just because you didn't join my live, to me, that means absolutely nothing. Because not coming in, not landing, not joining the live, it didn't do anything but brighten up my day for those that came in, joined, let me know that they see me, let me know that they had to go, let me know that they'll be back, or let me know that they'll see me later. I definitely appreciate that as well. Just like that. Let me see what else I wanted to do. I don't know what else I wanted to do. What time is it? That was definitely a good phone call. And I want to tell Larry again, thank you so much, Larry, for the phone call. And Larry basically is, Larry, you could tell, Larry may not be upset because people would think just because you're mentioning something or you're venting about something right now, oh, gee, this person's still upset, this person's still mad. No, it don't work like that. You can be able, because he's expressing himself, because that's the conversation that we're actually in right now. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with him expressing himself. Let him express it. I mean, he come to my lives and he's a very nice guy. He's a very, very, very good gentleman. He just honestly is looking for a woman that really honestly is just going to treat him the way he deserved to be treated. And I know that. Why? Because he's been coming to my lives for quite a while now. Period. And I definitely appreciate that. And I noticed nobody didn't answer my poll yet. I don't know why. I didn't get anybody really here today. It's okay, because I'm still going to come back live. And then you guess what I might do? I might end my live right now and come back on the live with y'all behind at 3 o'clock. That's what I think I'm going to do. So you know what? Thank you so much, Larry. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much for giving your opinion on whatever you was giving your opinion on, which is one question is, how long have you been, do men really love women? And Larry did answer that question. And then Larry also told me, what was the longest relationship he was in? He was in a relationship with his ex-wife for 16 years. So we got us some questions answered. So thank you, everybody, for stepping in. Thank you for jumping in. Thank you so much for Lean. Definitely appreciate Lean coming in. Thank you so much to Mental. Thank you, everybody that actually came in, joined. Thank you for those in my parking lot that actually came in as well. I appreciate you, too. There's your girl, Queen Dee Dee. Dee Dee said it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Men time. And I'll see y'all later at the next men time, which is might be at 3. It might be at 7. Might be at 7:30. I'll see y'all then.